one of the things that I wanted to talk about is you wrote a book about teens, but there's a big story behind that book about teens, and I'd like to know a little bit more about your motivation for writing the book, number one. Number two, I want to know a little bit about the book, and then I know you have a heart to give something to the people that we're talking to today, and I'd like to know a little bit about that, what you can offer others. So please give me a little history first about the book. What motivated you to write a book about teens?
Well, that's great. The name of my book is called Connecting with Your Teens. The reason why I wrote the book is so funny. I've been trying to write this book for the past 4 years. I always wanted to be this author, to write a book. I thought that would be a great thing to be an author. So what do? I'm an author. But I guess the reason why I wrote a book is because, back when I was growing up, I came from Michigan City, Indiana. It's a small place about 45 miles west of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up in Michigan City, I came from a family of 10. So I was number 8, 6 sisters and 3 brothers. And I went to a private school called St. Mary's, Michigan City, fabulous school. And I remember going into my first grade year, I had a severe stuttering challenge. I'm not really sure where it came from, to be honest with you. I was trying to figure out, was it kindergarten? We knew I had this severe stuttering. It's a very severe stuttering challenge that I had. I remember going to school and all these kids would speak perfect. They didn't stutter. And I said, my God, why me? And I remember trying to read in class, the nun pushed me really quick to read. And of course, you're pushing the person who stuttered. The words not coming out anyway, a little stressed.
Right.
And then being teased, it was really a challenging piece. So I remember around April or May, the nun wanted to really talk to my mom. And I was getting pretty decent grades at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to talk to my mom. I said, okay, not a problem. And then my mom came. And the nun said, John's a good kid. People like him. But we think he's retarded because he stuttered.
Mm.
Now,
That's gotta hurt.
it's hurt because it came from a person that I trusted.
Right.
Someone who I cared for, someone who I respected. I mean, saying that I'm retarded because I stuttered, that was like being struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Because I felt the aftershock of being the anger, the depression. I felt frustrated. And I thought, why me? So I remember they wanted me to go to a speech therapist named Mr. Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to this guy, and he says, he says, John, I am a stutterer. I said, okay. He says, and so are you. He says, now, once you meet people, tell people you are a stutterer. I didn't want to say that. I was embarrassed already. No one else in my neighborhood stuttered. No one else in the school stuttered. But you want to tell me, hi, I'm John, I stutter? I guess that's why I don't like labels today.
Yeah.
Now, labels that I like is you're positive, you're great, you're fabulous. But when people say that you're depressed, that you're ADD, or that you're ADHD, those are labels. And for me, those labels suck up all of the positives of that you actually have.
Mm-hmm.
That's my labels piece. I don't really like labels that much at all. So, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to write a book, is to show parents how to connect with their teens.
Yeah.
It could be anger, it could be suicide, it could be whatever, because you need to connect with them. And a lot of times, these teens have these challenges is because parents or their quote-unquote, these experts don't connect with them.
Right. The connection piece is very important. And I mean, the teen is such a challenging part in life. You're transitioning from a child to the real world, and there can be a lot of confusions around there, and a lot of teens are very confused. So I think your book's very important for a lot of adults, a lot of parents.
And it's a huge challenge because, you're right, you're growing up, and your body's big, and things are growing, and you don't know what's going on. And then being a teen, and you get teased because you're not the cool kid. You're not really the cool guy. You're a little bit different and stuff. And parents need to understand you have to connect with your teens. Now, is what I share in my book is 7 principles of how to connect with your teens.
That's great.
And a lot of parents, they say, well, John, this is my kid. He should really love me. No, but you got to connect with them. You have to figure out what he or she like and connect with them. And really in such a powerful way. I mean, I've been working with over 10,000 teens. I have a 90% success rate.
Wow.
90%. every kid who really comes in because I focus on who they are. And then what I do is I tap inside their seed of greatness. Most parents, most fathers, most moms, they don't really say to a teen, I love you. I'm proud of you.
I want to stop you there. You had quite a few of your students actually go on to be quite successful. Tell me about some of your success
Oh
stories.
man, I got this one guy, and he's one of my sons. You know, he used to call me he still call me dad. So it's really a great honor because he didn't really grow up with a father. He got his master's in human resources. He's working at one of the top the top oil companies in Houston.
Excellent.
And there's one kid, he's my case study, is number 5. They told him that he never even graduated high school. And I explained to him, listen to me, don't believe what they say. Today, he is a sophomore at one of the universities in Oregon. And his major is international business. We have this other girl who went to my program now, and she's studying at Oxford.
Wow.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, so we have great stories, but it's a concept is I show these students, listen to me. People put you in labels. That's their opinion. That's not mine. You can make it because it won't cut. No, Steve. Now people told me that I'm retarded. The nun told me I would never graduate 8th grade. Remember, she didn't say high school. She said 8th grade, and I made it because it's a concept. First and foremost, I have strong parents, but then again, I push myself. With these teens, I push them, but I push them in a fun way. I push them in the 3 E's. They're going to be educational, entertaining, and very exciting. All my programs are exciting.
Sounds great. Sounds great. I know you've got the book. We'd love for people to be able to connect to you and get a hold of the book. And I know you do personal consultations as well. How would people get a hold of you? What's the best way to communicate with you?
The best way is they can contact me at 503-875-3206. Again, it's 503-875-3206. Or they can go to my website at motivateteens.net.
Okay.
That's www.motivateteens.net.
Great. Well, thank you for your time today.